Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I am coming to you live today from my craft studio in Bancroft, Ontario. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Craft Spot, to my crafting adventure. And today might be because, yeah, I have a little bit of a guide sheet here that I'm sort of working from for an idea. But yeah, there's no instructions, and I haven't actually done this, and there's a lot going on right now. So, anyway, yes. But it'll be good. It'll be a crafting adventure. We'll come up with something, won't we? We usually do. Welcome to summer as well. Oh my goodness, I don't know about where you are, but the weather here is gorgeous. It was a little bit hot and humid last week. Uh, I loved it because I just go jump in the lake, and then it cooled off a little bit, and it's not humid. It's just like beautiful summer weather. So I am loving it. I'm a summer girl. You probably know that about me, but anyway, that's me. So I've been busy, busy, busy getting ready for our online global retreat that starts on Thursday. So if you are registered for that, get ready. We will have our kickoff and then we will have all the sessions and it'll go through Friday and Saturday. So looking forward to that. What else is going on? New products are out. I was playing with the stitched stocking bundle this morning. There's a lot of pieces you can put together in that set. So there's so many different things you can do. I don't have anything ready to share at this point. I've just been die cutting to sort of see what's what and what's where, but lots of bits that you can assemble with different colors. We cut them in cardstock, cut it in designer series paper. And it is just one of the new products that has gone live as of July 1st. So if you haven't checked out online, you need to do that. There's some beautiful stuff in there, including some Christmas things. So lots of fun, lots to play with. Okay, shall we try some crafting? Let's be brave. So one of the things that we are doing at our global retreat is we're going to be sharing different ideas and inspiration for using up scraps. We all have scraps. We all have too many scraps, it seems. And it's nice to find some different ways to use them to, um, to make beautiful cards with them and that sort of thing. So here's what I'm doing today. I'm going to attempt that. So I've got pictures of things being cut, and I'm not quite sure what sizes are what, but starting with 3 by 3 squares. Okay. So I am using the Valley and Bloom paper because that's what we were using for the retreat, and that's what I used at my in-person retreat. So you got to know I have lots of scraps around. And I am going to cut this. So this 3 by 3 square, and I am cutting it corner to corner so I end up with triangles. So that's one. Those are squares. And then I have another piece of the sort of green marble effect. I didn't even look to get this up here to see who's here joining me. How rude. I've not even said hello to people. Hello, people. Just calling this up on my tablet now so that I can see comments and things. Okay, this is the green marble sort of paper. I seem to have a lot of shadows this morning, or today. It's not really morning anymore, is it? Okay, I'm going to cut this one also corner to corner. This may work best if you use non-directional paper. I, of course, did not do that. I could flip it over, then it's non-directional, but I like the lily of the valley, so we're just gonna we're just gonna deal with that for now. And then I have a piece of cardstock, 5 1/4 by 4. And I think, according to my drawers, I think this This is the side. So I'm going to leave some borders and I'm going to need to cut some squares, I do believe, because this looks very large. Do, 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 do. These maybe should have been smaller. Well, you know what? Let's let's take a chance here, shall we? I'm gonna cut these again. I think I want them cut again. We're gonna try it. So to do this, so this is when you have this cut on the diagonal, it turns into a piece that is, it's about 4 1/8. So I'm going to put this just a smidge past the 2-inch mark and down to the point. That should give me a couple triangles. I might need to do this with more. This is the adventure part. Here we go. So now we have 4. Let's just see where this takes us to start with, shall we? Okay, and now I could, some of these, I wonder if some of these are a little less directional. Yeah, maybe it might work. We're just going to assemble it and see what we get. So if I do that, and then I do this, and then I do this, and where's my other, this is my small one, right? Okay, so let's see what happens if I do this. I'm thinking these should be down the center, so I'm thinking my squares were a little bit bigger than they should be, but this is what you get when you don't plan ahead and you don't play with these things, right? And look at this, maybe we need a big one in here to go here. This could work, couldn't it? So we do a big one there and can get a big one down here. And what does that leave here? That leaves some odd shapes, perhaps. Nope. We could, ooh, no. Yeah, my squares are a little large. They should have been smaller. Shall we recut? Maybe we should just recut. I really did promise an adventure today, didn't I? Or I could do this on bigger paper. But let me grab my stuff. Lost my green paper. Okay, here we go. So I am going to cut 2.5. I don't honestly know how big I want these. So let's just try, shall we? We're going to cut a 2.5-inch square. We really are embarking on an adventure today. So there's a 2.5-inch square. Here comes, there is a 2.5-inch square. And we're going to cut these on the diagonal. And we'll see how they seem to be fitting and see where we go from here. Okay, so I'm going to move all of these things out of the way, set them aside for a minute. We're going to start over with this. It's still well past the center though, isn't it? Oh, this was one that I cut again. I'm going to put this here and pieces. Okay, so see, that has better potential, doesn't it? That looks like it might be going somewhere. Let's cut this. This is measuring across now. This is 3.5. So that's 1 3/4. Center. We'll just chop this guy. It's just paper. We'll do something with these pieces. It's just a case of what and where, but okay. Let's play with this a little bit. So now we have this and this. Might be I might need something a little bit bigger. Is that? Oh, okay. No, we do this one and a big one. Oh, I didn't. I need to cut another set, clearly. Where's if we can do this together, can't? Anybody here laughing at me yet? 2.5. 2. The other thing that we can do, if this doesn't work, is we're just going to mount these all onto cardstock and mirror them up in different ways. So, these guys in half on the diagonal. Just going to set that up there for a minute because I'm sure I'm going to need it. Okay, so now we want to come in with this. Is that how that is? I think that's how it is, right? It's going to give us the right things. And this. Okay. Not sure I have this quite right, but let's keep going for a minute and see if we can put something together here, shall we? This, it's too big, but it should fit, shouldn't it? This is a 2.5. Oh. Do I have this way? This. So this is kind of coming to, it's a little bit, I wonder, should have been perhaps a little bit shorter. And then we do have one corner piece that's not. Could we cut, can we cut these? This is, oh, this is 2.5. Is this part of that? How big is this? These are 3. Okay, so if we cut the 3 at 2, 2.25, 2.25. Cool. Start in steps. 2.25. Is that? That's going to be really small. So seems wrong. I think I need to take it off this way. So if I do this at 2.25, that go from here to this at 2.25. Go corner to corner there. That should be correct, right? Does that make sense? Here we go. Okay, that works. 2.25. We're going to chop some of these and see what 2.25 gives us. See, eventually I'll figure this out. I really should have done this in advance, so shouldn't I? You don't need to watch me chop paper. But that's what today's adventure is all about. And it will be a surprise to all of us to see where we land. But in the meantime, oh, I can share some great big news. Stampin' Up! Right down here. No, okay. Stampin' Up! Is bringing out a hot foil machine. So for anyone that is interested in foiling or has done foiling, you know how beautiful foiled cards can be. And those machines will be available to everyone as of July the 10th. So that's kind of huge, right? That's big news. It's a big machine. It is an investment, be honest, because it's not an inexpensive system. So there's a hot foil machine that you will need, and it comes with various accessories to be able to use it, um, metal things to pick up your dies and stuff without actually touching them, because I guess the dies get quite hot. I will be honest, I'm not a foiling expert, but perhaps we are all going to learn, right? Okay, so here's take two, and I'm going to try this one. We're just going to set some things down here to see where this is going. Do this, and I have to cut these in half. So how long is this? This is just over 3, so that's 1.5 plus a smidge. Uh, sorry, yes, different accessories that will go with that. And then there's hot foil, the actual foil. So um, that's available in just a few colors right now, but they will be adding more. And there are a number of dies available, Stampin' die sets. You do need special dies. So our regular dies will still die cut, and some of the bundles that they have will die cut like regular dies. Some will be foiling dies. So they are different types of tools. So they'll check purpose. Okay, back to this maybe. So we've got these pieces. Yeah, it should be 2 inches, I think. I might just make this larger. I might just do this right on a card base. Let's try that, shall we? It might work with 2.25 if I do it right on the card base. If we get this one card done, you know, we're going to consider that a success, and then I will go play with some other things. But let's see if we can get one card made. Just so there is a purpose to all of this. Okay. Here, we're going to lay these things out just to see where we're going with all of this. Or if we're going, could be the situation. Too much space. Oh, larger orders, right? Okay. So, oh, this. Hmm. Maybe we have just Okay, so I'm now looking at the sheet that I'm using as my guide, and they actually chop stuff off the top. Did they? No, they just use smaller triangles, I think. If we come in here like this, we put smaller. Will this go at the top? I've really messed this up, folks. Because now I don't even know which direction is up for some of these pieces. What if we do something like this just to be rather random down the edges here? Not sure what size pieces I'm using anymore either. That's very odd, right? Looks a little off. How many of these little squares do we have? And what could we do with these? Back to this paper. Back to my layer. There we go. If we do two of these at the top and at the bottom, and you know what? We're just going to cut some more paper. Oh, we don't have a lot of scraps left to cut. Let me grab something. Where's my pack of paper? Okay, here's some more scraps. See advantage of having lots of scraps around. I have lots to play with. Not that that couldn't be used for something in particular, but we might just use it for this. What do we got on the back of some of these? Do we have something that will coordinate with the yellow? What about the other side? Yellow and green? Let's give that a go, eh? Okay. So we are going to cut a 2-inch strip, and then we're going to cut 2-inch squares. And I'm just gonna start here and cut 2 inches. 2 inches. The rest of this is I really intended to try this before we got to this stage. Time kind of slipped away and I was looking at the clock and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, it's it's much later than I had thought. And so I didn't have a chance to cut these pieces and lay them out to make sure it was all going to work well. And clearly it didn't. I would say that this has been a bit of a fail. But now we're in trying to recover mode. That's what we're doing. Okay. Maybe I should put a disclaimer on this that watching this video will be painful. Oh, what do we have? We don't have, we cut them all to be this direction, didn't we? So let's see what we can do here. We have that. Do we have anything that would make a top? I should have, oh, here's a top. Why are these so large? These are smaller, I thought, than the others. Oh, maybe because the others were cut in 4. Oh, that's going to make them very tiny, though, I think, isn't it? Here we have 2 3/4, so that's 1 1/4 plus a half of that. Do you like my math? We just divide it into bits. It's kind of estimating, right? Now these might be too small. Let's just see. Maybe they will be perfect. Maybe we want to go with this. We want to go right. Oh, this one just doesn't stand up right now, does it? When you're doing something like this, using a non-directional pattern is also a good choice. Now they're small. Can we come in here with some of this? See, we need different size triangles, don't we? Okay, let's just cut a couple more and see what we can do here. 1 1/4 plus half of that. Okay. So if we do 2 squares at the top and 2 squares at the bottom. Here we have room. Cut 2 more. We're on a roll. Let's just keep cutting. Let's just see where we go with this, eh? All right. See if we can get 3 sets in here. Put this close together. A little bit close. And then we can trim some of it, right? And do that. Or we could leave a wider border. No, we might trim it. Okay, you know what? We're going to glue this down. Oh, goodness. Do I have a silicone mat anywhere at all visible at this point? Because now my desk is a shambles. And I don't know where it is. So we're gonna just glue. I'm just gonna maybe I'll set everything onto my little cushion here. Okay, turn these guys over. So this one goes there, this one goes there, this one goes there, this one goes there. Should we start? Should we start with just 2 sets? In the end, I could emboss this. It would probably look kind of quilted. We'll see. It's been an adventure already. I don't know that we want to get into anything further. So if I put this is 4 1/4. So if I put this at, no, this is 4. Okay, so there we go. Put it right there. And then we want this to go to there. I'm going to put this fairly close to the top because I can always trim off the bottom if it doesn't work. We'll just cut to size at a later date. Oh, see, now I put those right in the center and I should have gone a little bit past center because I want the center to be just my cardstock. Same distance here, hopefully, give or take. Not sure. We can trim it later. Yeah, that's the solution to everything, right? Trim it later. This one is the way it did it. Let's put this one down. Sure. This is how it's going now. Just 3 cents. Okay. This should work as long as I'm gluing opposite sides each time, right? It's the theory. So I'm going to have a larger border at the bottom, but I also have larger borders on the sides. So we'll just do a little bit of trimming at the end. I'm sorry, I'm probably off camera, aren't I? I just realized I was quite low there. Sorry about that. Not that not that you're necessarily going to want to watch this whole crazy video, but anyway, look, it's a pattern and it's on the cardstock and it's a little bit crooked, but you can just smooch them up a little bit while they're still wet. There we go. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, oh, it is a little crooked. A little crooked here too, isn't it? Yes, okay. We're going to see if we can cut this to straighten it. And then cut this to straighten this. Oh, but whoops. I have that much leeway. I should do it. Little bits at a time. This one now. Okay. Okay, this is coming together. We might just be able to salvage this. I think my sides are a little bit wider than my top and bottom, but that's okay as long as they are So these are similar in this, and it's all actually pretty close, isn't it? This. Just square this up a smidge. Okay. I've made a bit of a mess here with all these little cut bits. We are just going to scoop all of that into our trash bin. There we go. Even this desk is a mess now, isn't it? Okay, here's our card base. Here's our card. That can go in there. We need a sentiment. I know I cut. Oh, look, here's what I cut. I cut this. You would do it this way. This could work. Maybe. Anyway, the sentiment's going to go up and down. So let's stamp that. Where is my Granny Apple Green ink? Here we go. So for the sentiment, I am using the prayers and promises stamp set, and it's got beautiful sentiments. So I want to make some of these. This one I'll share with you in just a moment. Just need to get it onto here while I'm somewhat focused on what I'm doing. Hopefully that's centered. So this is keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, remembering you in my prayers. Isn't that beautiful? If you have someone who needs some support going through life, because life happens, that can just be a beautiful thought to share with them. Okay, so what do we think here? This, maybe this, up. Oh, yes, and then maybe, where's my ribbon? What do I have in ribbon? That would, this is almost stripey a little bit. Kind of, sort of, not really. Little bit. Oh. Hmm. Wonder if this would, a little dark, isn't it? It's Mossy Meadow, so it's not Granny Apple at all, and I know that. But I thought if it would go picking up that, but it's not, that's Garden Green, it's not. So it's not quite right, but the gold was sort of calling me. What else do we have in here? We always have the trusty linen thread and baker's twine. We have this gold bow sitting here. It's way too big, but I was just, just sort of looking. Maybe we would like linen thread. Linen thread is always a, oh, wait, what's this one? Yeah, it's not screaming at me. I have lots of blue ribbon right now. I don't have lots of green or yellow. But we could do a double guy of this, couldn't we? No, because I didn't have any of this planned. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. I don't, you're watching this crazy video. I tell people that Craft Spot is my crafting adventure. This has been quite the adventure. Uh, not necessarily uh, one of my better ones, but we have ended up with a lovely piece here with some scraps on it turned into a pattern. Took a little while to figure out the pattern, but we did get there, didn't we? Okay, that just doesn't look like it really worked. But let's see what we've got here. Got a lot of ends. Okay, yes, I guess it is what it's meant to be. Out of it. Snip this down here. The ends are still curly, but that will go down there. And I think that might work. We might have to trim them off a little bit. Okay, let's put this sucker down and turn it into a card, shall we? Before anything else happens. I'm just going to center that on the white border. We're going to come in with dimensionals for this one. Probably didn't, or probably would have been just fine, but it's got 4 now. Okay. Put this towards the top. And then blue dots are always what I recommend for adhering ribbon. Now, when you have linen thread or baker's twine, it's quite small. So if you just kind of roll the glue dot with your fingernail and get it smaller, and then when you press your knot on that dot, you don't have a lot of sticky outside of where the knot is, which is a good thing because you don't want that all over. Okay, let's trim these guys a tiny bit. And then just one last thing. Of course, we need some bling. Maybe just this way, or the green. I love the blue, but there's no blue in the card, so the green might get a little bit lost, actually. So let's maybe use the white. Where do we want to go with this? Over here. Should put that up there. This one. So. We'll get there. Put some slots. See, it doesn't look like it's showing up on the camera a lot. But anyway, there we go. Keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, remembering you in my prayers. So, anyway, if you have squares of scraps left, you can cut them into triangles and play with them and size them, but don't do it all on camera because it gets a little bit chaotic. Okay, clean up a little bit of this disaster. Get a few of these things out of the way so you can see where we landed. Whole bunch of scraps. Now I have to go back and figure out what to do with all of those, don't I? We're just going to put him front and center because he is all we have. Yes, you get this stuff out of the way. There we go. Okay, so it is a card. It took a while. I apologize for all the crazy adventures we went on today, but hopefully you I don't know whether enjoyed's the right word, but thank you for wandering down that crazy path with me. I appreciate it. And I'll see what else I can do with some of those triangles. So watch for some crafting with scrap triangles in the future. We'll see what we have. I do like how this turned out though, the sort of stripy look. So see, all is not lost. It just was very wandering to get there today. Anyway, Have yourself an awesome rest of the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do really appreciate it, and I love going on a crafting adventure with you. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.